Have you ever struggled to remember which planet rules which zodiac sign? Well, watch this video and you'll struggle no longer, because sign rulership follows a simple, rational, beautiful pattern. I believe the classical zodiac of astrology is one of the greatest works of art humanity has yet to conceive. Its 12-fold equal dimensions, its rulership by the 7 planets, its stratification of gender binaries, and its patterns of elemental triplicities and modal quadruplicities. Each one is so balanced and symmetrical, and each one interacts with the others so gracefully to weave an incredibly rich symbolic framework that reflects the depth and complexity of life itself. So far in the series, we've explored 2 topics. The first is the very concept that astrology is actually beautiful and artistic. And the second was the particular romance and serendipity and flawless simplicity that's creating the 12 symmetrical divisions of the zodiac. Today, in this video, let's discover something new, the beautiful pattern that determines which planets rule which signs. Here are the 12 divisions of the zodiac. The sun is the first planet to claim a division because he's the strongest and the brightest, the king of the planets. So he's going to look for a spot that is best suited to his royal personality. So what's he going to look for? He looks for the highest, uppermost territory. And this makes him consider claiming the 4th division. But the problem with the uppermost point is that that's where rain falls from. So the upper point is associated with water, and hence the 4th division is watery. That's not very comfortable for the sun, who's fiery. So he's going to keep looking, see if he can find something better. Now he considers taking the 3rd division on the other side of the uppermost solstice. This division is airy, which is not perfect for the sun, but it's better than water. Yet the nature of the place is dual, which the sun doesn't really feel comfortable in because the sun is very consistent and steady. It's the most constant, stably moving planet in the sky. So the 3rd division also is not quite a perfect fit for the sun. If you want to know why the 3rd division is airy and dual, stick around. The next episode we'll talk about why it's airy, and then one after that we'll talk about why it's dual. So the sun is now considered the 4th division but found it watery, the 3rd division but found it dual. So now he's going to check for another one. Let's say he considers the 2nd division. It's still high up in the heavens, but the element here is earthy. Earthy is not very helpful to the sun's element, which is fire. So he's going to look elsewhere. He's going to continue looking. Now he'll check the 5th division. This is also high up in the heavens like the 2nd, and its nature is fixed, just like the sun likes. And its element is fire, which is exactly what the sun likes. So this 5th division, the sun considers to be perfect for him. So he claims it as his own. So when the sun cultivates the fire and fixedness of the 5th division, it turns into a place that we come to know by its symbol. Now we symbolize it as Leo, the lion. Now the sun has its place. Now let's talk about the next planet, the moon. The moon is the next brightest and the next most powerful planet, so it will be the next one to claim a zodiac division. She's royal like the sun, so she's also going to look for a high place. The 4th spot, which is the highest place, being watery, is perfect for the moon. The moon loves the element of water. So she has an easy time finding her place in the 4th division. It gives her a spot right next to her counterpart, the sun, and it gives the royalty, the sun and the moon, control of the upper solstice from elements that match their nature perfectly. Now, once the moon takes control of the 4th division, like everybody else, she will cultivate it, making it into her own place, her own country. So the moon, cultivating the water and cardinality of the 4th division, makes it into the thing that we come to symbolize as Cancer, the crab. Now the remaining 5 planets want to take control of the remaining 10 divisions. But they have to do it with the blessings of the royalty. So they come to the sun and the moon as fast as they can to request stewardship of these divisions. Mercury is the fastest planet. So Mercury arrives first, and the Sun and Moon grant Mercury the nearest available divisions, which are the 3rd and the 6th. After Mercury, Venus arrives, and the Sun and Moon grant her the next nearest available divisions, which are the 2nd and the 7th. Then Mars, who's moderately paced, arrives 3rd, and the Sun and Moon grant him the nearest remaining spots again, which are the 1st and the 8th. Jupiter, who's slow but steady, arrives now, and the Sun and Moon grant him the nearest spots, which are the 9th and the 12th. And finally, the slowest planet, Saturn, arrives, and the Sun and Moon grant him what remains, the 11th and the 10th divisions. This is the simple, logical, rational pattern that determines which planets rule which signs. Once the planets rule the signs, as we already described for the Sun and the Moon, each one of them takes possession of that property and cultivates its intrinsic element and mode to suit it. So intelligent and playful Mercury cultivates the 3rd and the 6th division into what we come to know as Gemini and Virgo, the dancing couple and the careful maiden. Loving and sensual Venus cultivates Taurus and Libra, the fertile bull and the fair balancer. Independent and adventurous Mars cultivates Aries and Scorpio, the far-roaming ram and the dangerous scorpion. Wise and expansive Jupiter cultivates Pisces and Sagittarius, the contemplative fishes and the ambitious explorer. And then finally, tireless and down-to-earth Saturn cultivates Aquarius and Capricorn, the selfless servant and the unstoppable sea dragon. And so this pattern of rulership will interact with the pattern of elements and the pattern of modes to make each sign have the characteristics that it have, which we come to symbolize by a certain type of animal or a certain type of person. This is the amazing, simple, clear beauty that's making the zodiac what it is. Beauty is based on symmetry and clarity of definition. And hopefully I communicated it effectively in this video so that you can now see that the clarity and symmetry which defines which planet rules which sign is truly beautiful and truly a part of a grand work of art. I hope this video helped you appreciate one of the many beautiful symmetrical aspects of the classical zodiac and how it interacts so gracefully with other zodiacal facets to weave an incredibly rich symbolic lattice that is truly one of the greatest creative works of art humanity has ever conceived. If you like this video, you can use this playlist to watch all the videos in this series. And of course, please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave some comments. Thank you so much.